I'm Lloyd Talbert. I graduated from UCLA. I was part of the California Epsilon chapter, and I was initiated in 1978. To receive the National Leadership Award is quite an honor. Known Jerry for over 30 years and always looked up to him as being a mentor, so it's quite humbling to have an award that he is associated with. I've been blessed to have a career which has given me some financial freedom and some time available to be able to contribute back to an organization such as Phi Psi, and also have a very lovely wife who's been very supportive of my activities. In fact, she's really a partner in everything that I do, and not just supporting me, but actively involved in it. And a lot of the things that you see that I get a lot of credit for, a lot of the ideas and hard work that Julie puts in to make those things a reality.
Lloyd began his career as a CPA before transitioning to a mid-sized glazing supply company called C.R. Lawrence. He quickly began climbing the ranks, and soon he was the president of the company. CRL thrived under Lloyd's leadership. During his time as president, he helped it grow into a $600 million international company.
I was always good at math, and one of the brothers in the house, Brian Levy, his dad is a CPA. And he suggested that he was going to go into public accounting, and if I enjoyed math, I might want to look at public accounting. That really became the basis of whatever success I've had in business, was that time that I spent in public accounting, because I learned so many different skills there that I was able to apply later on. And had it not been for that brother, I don't know that I ever would have found my way into public accounting. What brought me back to Phi Psi in 2015. My wife and I in the early 2000s had started a charity to support families with kids with cancer. And one of the families we were helping had this beautiful young daughter named Briley. She was a 5-year-old with unfortunately a very aggressive form of a terminal cancer. She was being treated at the Mattel Children's Hospital on the UCLA campus. And we were having her stay at the W Hotel on Hillgard Avenue just across from campus. And so I contacted one of my brothers, Dan Sislow, and asked if he could have the guys come over and sing Sweetheart to her. And so he put me in touch with Kanav Saraf, who was one of the newer brothers, and he got a group together. They came over, sang Sweetheart to her. Everybody had a great time. They, a couple weeks later, invited her over to the house, introduced her to all the other brothers, and honored her by putting her picture on the composite for that year. The center of the composite has a picture of Briley. And unfortunately, she passed away not long after that, but just was a beautiful little girl, and I know that she's still very special to the house. But that was really the start of my involvement back in Phi Psi. So had it not been for that unfortunate event, I doubt I would have really come back and gotten involved in Phi Psi and the things that we've been able to do with the National Fraternity, with the Foundation, and with CalEP were all as a result of that first meeting.
After reconnecting, Lloyd helped the chapter launch the 2017 Mortgage Reduction Campaign with the goal of raising $1 million for the house by the end of the year. In doing so, he helped secure the future of the house and the chapter for generations. Lloyd is now a regular at the house, attending weekly chapter dinners, meetings, and events. His presence and leadership within the group is highly impactful and has helped cement the group as a leader in both Greek life and the general campus at UCLA.
I met Lloyd and Julie about 10 years ago when I first came back to UCLA. We were at a Hall of Fame event and he was there and came up to me and said, "John Speraw, my name is Lloyd Talbert and I've been following your career." And I think to me that's really indicates just how engaged Lloyd is in the fraternity and following the success of the brothers. And I was flattered and humbled, and still am to this day, by how engaged and supportive he is as a friend and supporter of the program.
Outside of Phi Psi, he loves giving back to the UCLA community by being one of the top donators to the UCLA athletics program. He is always at the games, whether it be football, basketball, volleyball, any athletic competition. He's not only providing financial support, he's providing moral support by being there and speaking with the athletes, asking how he can help them, and just giving the rest of us students some great games to cheer for.
He is an exceptional person. His organizational skills are amazing. He has fantastic foresight. He's excellent at planning, but above all, he has selfless service to all the undergraduates here at the house. And for that, we really appreciate him and are fortunate to have known him.
I think that being a Phi Psi and even part of the Greek system in general really is important in today's environment for college men. I think it's the best training ground that people can receive for preparing them for later in life. I'm always struck by how often I'll see events at the fraternity and I'll come back to work and deal with the exact same thing, and I'll tell people at work, gee, I was just dealing with this the other day at the house. And so from that standpoint, the skills that they learn, those interpersonal relationships, and also if they choose to, learning management, learning finance, learning organizational skills, project management, so many other things that they can do, again, in a safe environment with friends where if they make a mistake, people may rib them about it, pat them on the back, do whatever. But if you make those mistakes in the business world, it could have much more serious consequences. So from that standpoint, I think the Greek system has more to offer for development than any other system.
Lloyd is one of the sole reasons, one of the fundamental reasons why Phi Psi is such a strong influence on this campus. The entire time COVID was going on, he was our biggest ally and biggest supporter in worrying about what rent was going to look like, worrying about how actives were going to pay dues, worrying about all this small minutia that ended up being so critical to how our house currently operates. He's a housing board president, and I could not think of a better person for that role. He does a fantastic job.
Thank you, Lloyd, for everything you've done with the house. Everyone always appreciates you and what you've done for this house, so thank you.
I'd like to congratulate Lloyd for this prestigious award, the National Leadership Award. It is so well deserved. He's a true leader here at UCLA and for the Brotherhood of Phi Kappa Psi.